Guys, we are back on ACC. It's been a little bit since I've been on this game, and we're back for a huge reason. The beautiful, beautiful Mustang GT3. Now, I have seen either a variant or this actual car. I went to Long Beach, Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever it was, and I was actually able to see this thing in person, and wow, is it absolutely crazy. The wing on the back was easily one of the biggest wings on the track, and I'll see if I can go ahead and input a clip right here of that, the cars going by at Long Beach. Maybe we can grab a clip of the Mustang. But yeah, so this is just a beautiful car. The livery that they have on it and everything, like, it literally brings a smile to my face. This is such a cool car. Powered by a naturally aspirated 5.4 liter V8. Now, if that doesn't, get you all excited, that's sick. Like, that's awesome. Again, easily had one of the biggest wings on the track, and that's what me and my brother George, actually, when we were there, we pointed out. We were like, Jesus, that wing is huge. Like, it is absolutely wild. So I figure, let's get this car out on track, and let's actually see how it performs. Now, I will tell you that in ACC, when I did play it, and I moved over to iRacing, and I started doing all the iRacing stuff, which is why I kind of stopped playing ACC. But for the most part in ACC, when I first started, I did like driving the front engine cars, and then I moved kind of to the mid-engine, rear engine type cars. So we'll see how I like this. Now, I am driving with the GSI wheel, so should be a great time. Let's put on our gloves and let's get on track. All right, guys, so we are out on track. I did go ahead and dial in some settings real quick, or we're about to go on track. I had to go ahead and map everything to the GSI wheel, make sure everything was good to go. But let's go ahead and get this car out on track and see what it is made of. Now, it has, again, been a while since I have played ACC. It's been a good minute. I can't remember. We were doing, like, the lobbies and stuff like that, and then we kind of just stopped doing them after a while, just because, I was trying to get into LFM, and after, the public lobbies just destroying my my want to get into LFM for my safety rating. It had been such a long time, since we played it, since I got into iRacing, and it's kind of one of those sims that kind of sit in the back of my in the back of my library. I play AMS2 and iRacing just a little bit more, but who knows? Maybe this will get us back into it. Let's see here. Force feedback feels really good, and I decided to bring it to Laguna today just for the sole purpose that I do know the track pretty darn well. It is one of my favorite tracks in all of racing. And so because of that, I did want to take it on a track that was familiar. I usually test tracks on not only Laguna, but also on Spa. Test cars on Laguna or Spa. Sorry, I'm trying to drive at the same time as I'm talking here. I got to get used to it. But I usually drive on Laguna and Spa just because those are our kind of more well-known tracks here. And I think this is the first time I'm actually doing this with the triple monitors. So that's definitely something as well. Kind of set our brake bias up a little bit. Just kind of get used to the car here. Warm up the tires a little bit. Haven't gone exactly. Not going to go for a push lap just yet. Just going to feel it out. Again, really used to driving those really used to driving those mid-engine cars and kind of going from there. So let me see. TC is at 6, it looks like. So we're going to turn that down just a little bit here. Let's see. Let's turn it down to about 3. And you guys can talk about how bad my driving is and whatnot here. But let's turn that down to 3, and then let's turn the ABS down to like a 4. Let's see how that works. All right. After this, we're going to get into a push lap, and we'll see how this sucker is. So far, oh. Well, there it goes. We lost it. Got to be a bit more careful here. All right. So we're on the last corner of the track now. Let's see here. Kind of got to dial in the settings just a little bit more here. I don't know if it's... The brakes feel good. I don't know if it's the brake bias. Let's see if we turn up the TC one more here. Hope we don't blow the engine there, right? Brake at the 4, going down into 2. I'm going to go down into 1 here. Car sounds great. Feels great. I think it's just I'm taking too much curb on that turn. I think that's at the end of the day what it is. So my all-time best here, I think, is a 126, if I'm not mistaken. 126, I think. And that was set in the McLaren. I used to drive the McLaren a lot here. Oh! Yeah, it just does not. And this is just the base setup. I don't have a setup or anything on it. No tune or anything. Haven't really dived into it. I kind of just wanted to see how it was just at the base setup. Oh, that sounds a little bit better, but I think I ran through it slower too. Now, there are some aliens on this game. So the one thing that I never really liked about ACC is the fact that, and some of you guys are going to hate me for saying this, and that's okay. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. The one thing that I just never liked about ACC was the fact that you can like just mash the pedal. I feel like insanely mash the pedal, and you'll get away with stuff I feel like that you wouldn't get away with in other sims, such as like iRacing. In iRacing, you try to mash the pedal. Depending on what car you're in, it just won't do exactly what you want it to do, and you know, that's perfectly fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. That's just my opinion when it comes to ACC. But, oh my goodness. But, does feel really good. It's kind of it kind of feels good to be back, I'm not going to lie. And this thing is actually really fun to drive. Again, when I first played ACC, I was very... I really like driving the Lexus. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is always that turn right there. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's take it back to the pits. Take it back to the pits and come back out. There we go. I don't know what it is about that turn, but I think I'm just applying too much throttle. All learning experience, guys. Let's take down... This makes no sense, but maybe turn up the ABS and then keep that there. Let's move the brake bias to the rear a little bit, and let's see if that helps. Maybe it doesn't feel like it's my braking. It feels like it's more of me getting on power. I hope you guys like seeing me screw up. I do know that some people just post, you know, their best laps, the races that they win, stuff like that. And the thing that I want for this channel is kind of like a growing type thing, you know, like to progress, to see us going from, you know, being bad and then cutting it into us being good, you know. Seeing where we came from and then moving on to where we're at then. I think I'm braking a little too soon going on the uphill. Yeah, it feels a little bit better. Let me see here if I take this inside curb. Yeah, it feels a little bit better to me. Maybe it's because the car is loaded up and it's just, I'm just not pushing at the right moment. I'm not too sure, but it feels good. And again, I'm used to driving the McLaren. So let's see if we can get a good push lap in here and then kind of go from there. Our best lap so far is a 128. Let's see if we can beat that. Gomez wheel feels fantastic. Brake here. Do a little turn in, accelerate. Right on the edge there. Brake just a tad bit. I think I could get on the throttle a little bit sooner there. And then maybe, let's see here. I don't want to overdrive the car at the same time. But going down the corkscrew here, I could probably take that in third. That I cannot, it feels like. I don't get a lot of rotation there. Let's see here. On the throttle, a little bit, moving a little bit left, right there. That's a 127.6. All right. See if we can get any faster. It's just like it wants to get away from me. Like it really wants to get away from me. It wants to get away from me so much I couldn't even go up into third there. That's fourth. Coming around the turn. Throttle. And by no means am I an expert on racing these cars, but I can't even talk right now because I'm trying to push. Let's see if I take it in third, if it's a little bit better. Yeah, that was way better. Can I get through third here without hitting a sausage curb? And coming around the final turn. Whew.
Well done, mate. Go so fast as now.
Well, the times are going down, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely a good car. Would I run it? Probably not. Just because I am so used to my McLaren and the way it feels. I feel like with the McLaren, if you point it in any direction, it'll do it. You point that thing anywhere you go, it'll do it. So, would I run this car? Probably not, but that's just a me preference. And I haven't ran it. What's really funny is, actually, now that I think about it, I haven't ran it with the safe setup or the what's it called setup, the aggressive setup. So right now, this is just on a base setup. Oh God. Right now, this is just on a base setup, and it feels good. Again, ACC is not exactly the sim that I've been playing, but I'm impressed. It feels good to come back to it after not being on it for a little bit. Let's see if we can just tap our brake to get around here. Oh my goodness, I'm drifting it now. I just feel like I'm so slow around this turn. I need to widen it up more. There we go. We got 4/10 just off of that. That's looking good. Oh, and then we screwed it up by braking way too late there. Way too late. And not enough there. It just seems like I cannot get a good lap going here. And again, I don't think that's because of the car. Definitely the driver. Gonna put it into 3. Off throttle just a little bit, go wide. Brake just a tad bit here. Cut in, not hit that sausage. And then cut back. Come on. Come on, let's see what we get. That's a 127.0. So you know what? For a car that I haven't driven in a little bit, or a sim that I haven't driven in a little bit, and a car that I've never driven, I'd say that's pretty good. But anyways, yeah, it honestly feels really good after I tuned it a little bit. It feels perfect. It feels great. To be completely honest with you. Yeah. So coming from the couple laps that I did, car feels great. It just looks so cool. Like it really does. It just looks so good. And again, I'll try to insert that clip earlier of what it looked like at Long Beach, and again, it really is a beast. I mean, it looks the part. I don't think it did too bad at Long Beach. Again, I have to check that, but so far I like the car. Now I feel like it doesn't point in as much as I kind of want it to. And maybe that's just the setup that I had on it. Again, I didn't run a setup. I just went out on track and tried it at its base setup. I didn't try the aggressive setup or the safe setup. But with that being said, kudos to the guys at ACC. Really happy that they dropped this update. And I feel like every newer update that they keep on throwing at us, it's like, is this the last one? Is this the last one? Especially after they gave us the Nordschleife. So kudos to you guys. Can't wait for Assetto Corsa 2 to come out. Yeah, that's going to conclude the review. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think about this Mustang. And if you think it's a good car, a bad car, if you think it looks the part, it doesn't. Come on, it looks the part. But yeah, on that note, stay tuned for the next episode. I will see you soon.